This session is Be More Bold, a personal growth session spoken by Elswyth. While this session is unlikely to cause any discomfort or unhappiness, I will warn you it does include a whirlpool as a deepener, and imagining yourself as quite small during it. For those with an intense fear of depths, it may be inappropriate in a bad way. As always, you're encouraged to do a safe word setting session before any session with me. Let's begin. Do you feel weak and without confidence in your outside life? Do you often think you're not good enough or man enough? Do you feel like you're always being led in life, or you feel like a dandelion seed blowing in the wind and landing wherever? If you feel like that, that is far different than being submissive with a partner. You need boldness. You need a shift in your thinking. Offering submission, it's brave as fuck. Seriously, it is. You trust me to lead as you follow, and you trust me to make you into your best self. Being bold isn't about arrogance or rudeness. It's about the confidence to claim the life and relationships that you deserve. Sure, you may identify as the eager pet, the willing slave, the man open to every single demand. But that in itself, that takes boldness. You know, there are a lot of submissive guys out there missing their better half or too afraid to reach out. This is also useful for everyday life. When you need to reframe situations where you may feel nervous or anxious, or worse, avoid them altogether even though you know they're necessary. Now, obviously, much of the time I present as a gentle femdom, right? And I love submissive men. I even love how they don't want the responsibility of having to act macho and in charge at all times. I love how a submissive man will come to me to be held and cuddled, to lay his head on my lap, to have me stroke his hair and tell him what a good boy he is. And when he looks into my eyes and calls me his goddess and declares fiercely that he would do anything for me, my heart just melts. So this isn't about being ashamed of who you are. This isn't about curing you of your submission. It's about working on other things that need reframed. I want you to imagine a pendulum. It can be as simple as a ring hanging off of a string. It could be a metal washer also hanging off of a string. or if you prefer, a full-on crystal, perhaps amethyst or a citrine color, from a silver chain. You can imagine this pendulum. Maybe close your eyes to make it easier. And see my hands, see my fingers, see me holding it. The chain string is about 8 inches long, and the weight at the end of it is still. Now it doesn't take much movement at all between my thumb and forefinger, holding that chain to make the pendulum move. Let's start with a clockwise circle. Round, round. Watch it move as I hold it here between us. Holding it out in front of you. And now let's go counterclockwise. Have the pendulum reverse direction, still making the circles around. The other movement the pendulum makes, the one you probably expected, is the backwards and forwards, or in and out. See that now. The pendulum following it with your eyes, each direction that it swings. Allowing your mind to open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You will find that as the pendulum swings to the left, you will feel more and more deeply relaxed. And as it swings to the right, you'll become heavier and sleepier. And as it swings back to the left, you go even deeper and deeper relaxed. And as it swings to the right, you feel yourself become heavy. Left, right. Go deeper and deeper into the gentle hypnotic rest. Deeper and deeper with each word that is uttered. You're becoming more relaxed with each word that you hear and with each movement of the pendulum. You feel heavier, sleepier, comfortable. And you may find your mind wandering away to some pleasant thoughts and feelings. If so, that's okay. Just let yourself drift deeper and deeper into gentle hypnotic trance. And very soon, that pendulum, it can swing all on its own. You find it takes no effort whatsoever to sink, relax, You can still see the pendulum up there on the screen of your mind. Notice it moving from side to side, taking you deeper and deeper into gentle hypnotic rest. And the pendulum swings even wider apart. So you may have to move your head slightly to the left and a little further to the right to follow the pendulum. But you can still see it clearly in your mind, going backwards and forwards, to and fro, or from side to side, taking you deeper in. And speaking of deeper and down, think on the image of a whirlpool. Whirlpools come in various sizes and are sometimes called eddies or vortexes, but they all have the same features, and that they're a swirling body of water, usually produced by opposing currents. And the vast majority of whirlpools, they're not very powerful. However, popular myth has us all convinced that whirlpools are dangerous nautical anomalies that can suck ocean-going boats down into the depths of Davy Jones's locker. I don't know if you've ever noticed that very small whirlpools can easily be seen when a bath or a sink is draining. The water swirls around and around as it seems to wait its turn to disappear down into the unseen depths of the plug hole. Whirlpools are a natural phenomenon that can lead to minutes, if not hours, of interesting study. They swirl around and around and try to take everything that comes into contact, everything with them down and down into the depths of their soul. So I would like you to imagine that you are a very small entity. A minuscule body that is so small that you can fit at least 10 times onto a pinhead. You are so small that anyone looking at you cannot see you or imagine that you are there. You are so small, so very small, and you find yourself on a shelf of some kind, looking down at a body of water where you can see a whirlpool. It may be an ocean, a lake, a river, or a bowl full of water which is being tipped away into a sink. It really doesn't matter. You are so small, but you retain all your normal faculties and you take a deep breath once, twice, 3 times as you form a bubble of invincibility around you. A shield of invulnerability which will protect you from whatever you are about to encounter. Armed with your all-enveloping shield, you decide to take the plunge. You decide to leap into the water and see where the whirlpool will take you. As you splash into the water, you notice the myriad of colors that surround you. The basic reds, blues, yellows, greens, and all their associated hues. There are so many colors that you begin to see only one, the color white. Now, white is really a very light shade of gray which reflects all the light around it. It's like an artist's blank canvas. It can be colored any way you want it to be. As you sink down and down into the spiraling vortex spinning around and around and around, your senses begin to fill in your colors. The deeper you go, the darker the colors become until all you can see is black. Black is the extreme opposite of white, and it reflects absolutely nothing. It can be thought of as the culmination of every color mixed and mashed until it can only be black. A total absence of light as you sink deeper and deeper into the whirlpool. But as you look downward into the depths of the unknown, you can see a light. Like the light at the end of a long tunnel, and it fascinates you as you are swept down towards it. You are going deeper and deeper down into the depths of the unknown, swirling around, and you can see the light down there, a light that you need to get to. As you reach the bottom of the whirlpool, you notice that it's very calm and placid. All that turbulent energy has been dissipated on the way down to the soul of the whirlpool. It's so calm and peaceful down here that you cannot really believe the journey you have undertaken to get here. But right now, you're surrounded by soft, warm light and have a feeling of absolute peace. Peace and tranquility filling your body and your mind as you let yourself gently drift even further down. So relax and enjoy the feeling as you wait to hear the sound of my voice once more. So as you know, my dear, some fears are an important form of communication about the acute dangers in our environment. If an immediate threat to your physical safety is present, pay attention to that. This hypnosis, it's not about those fears that pose a threat to your survival. This session is about any psychological fears you have about failing at something that you want to do, or fears about what other people think about you. This session, our time together, is about how to be emotionally bold and confident. In this relaxed state, remind yourself that avoiding doing these things because of fear is the riskiest life strategy of all. Trying and failing is not the worst thing, because every attempt to do something great is a learning experience. Learning experiences enable you to grow and get closer and closer to your idea of success. Avoiding fear can cause fear to increase, not decrease. The bravest people notice their fear and go right ahead, doing what they want to do anyway. Courage doesn't mean you don't get afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. To prepare for the next time you feel fear, let's reframe what the physical symptoms of fear mean. In this relaxed, calm state, imagine noticing all the different sensations you might have in your body and practice being okay with all of it. Instead of worrying about it or trying to stop the physical sensations, reframe them without judgment. Try these statements to yourself and see how they make you feel. It doesn't matter if you believe them or not. It's enough that I do, and I want you to try them. So just say them for now. Maybe you will have butterflies in your stomach. Reframe. My stomach may feel fluttery, but I'm befriending those butterflies because butterflies are just a sign that I'm going to do something I care about. Got that? My stomach may feel fluttery, but I'm befriending those butterflies because butterflies are just a sign that I'm going to do something I care about. Maybe your breathing will be more rapid, and it might be difficult to catch your breath. Reframe. My breathing is different than normal, but that's okay because it means I'm about to be brave and do something meaningful to me. My breathing is different than normal, but that's okay because it means I am about to be brave and do something meaningful to me. Maybe you will feel your heart beating in what seems to be a louder or faster way than normal. Reframe. I can feel my heart beating, and that's how I know I'm alive. Good, huh? I can feel my heart beating, and that's how I know I'm alive. We need that heart, after all, moving that blood around to all the places it needs to get to. Maybe your skin will be more sweaty than usual. Reframe. When my skin is sweating, that's a signal that my body is increasing my energy so I can do something that may be difficult. When my skin is sweating, that's a signal that my body is increasing my energy so I can do something that may be difficult. Imagine how free you will feel when you view fear as a normal, frequent occurrence. That just means you're moving to the next level, much like leveling up in a video game. Many people are most afraid about what people will think of them. But the truth is, and I'm sure you've heard this before, what people think about you is much more about them than it is about you. And people don't think about us half as much as we think they do. The people who will think the worst of you are probably those who are unhappiest with their own lives and situations. The truth is that the more comfortable you feel in yourself, the more you move towards your version of success. The more you might find some people who just find trivial reasons to dislike you. The writer Albert Hubbard said, "Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing, and you'll never be criticized." And that is no way to live. Instead, welcome criticism because it means you try to accomplish something. Every time someone criticizes you, remember how you felt in this calm, peaceful state of mind with me. And wonder to yourself, I wonder what's going on with them that they feel like criticizing me. Practice being curious about other people's reactions, but practice this in a calm, detached way. Pretend there's a beautiful, strong bubble and your favorite color surrounding you. And criticisms hit the bubble and bounce off. Criticism does not have the power to stop you. If you admire anyone for what they've accomplished in this world, think about how great it would be if that person walked up to you now, invited you to sit in this gorgeous garden and gave you exactly the type of support and encouragement you most need right now. Of course, you always have my permission to have it be me. You might picture a path leading to the lush garden filled with trees and my favorite flowers. Walk down the garden's path with the person who came to mind, or the person that you've come to follow. And notice that there is a bench that's a perfect size to sit and chat. Sit down and enjoy the breeze blowing, the sun warming your skin with the exact right amount of warmth for you. Listen to the sound of the birdsong among the trees. Enjoy the heavenly scent of the pretty flowers in the perfect garden. In this magical place, listen to the person who is with you as they say exactly what you need to hear right now. What you need to hear right now to boost your courage. And only you know the thing you most need to hear this person say. Trust your unconscious mind. Trust those word runes to put the words in their mouth. Whatever you hear is what you needed to hear in order to be your best, boldest self. As you listen to them speak to you, picture yourself wrapped in their confidence and know that you can take actions that will lead to your version of success. Bask in their certainty that you will have the right mindset and learn the skills you need to face whatever challenges you encounter in your life's journey. This person will almost certainly remind you that anything worth doing will have its ups and downs. The downs don't mean you're on the wrong path. Just the ups and downs are the usual way of life. This person will reassure you that you can be smart and creative in figuring out ways to overcome any challenges. You're not alone in facing whatever comes. You have my support, and you can find other sources of support in the world to bolster you whenever you need it. If you ever want to get a break from fear, imagine your fears are swirling around in this mist that you have the power to direct. Send that mist full of fears into a wooden box that you keep just for this purpose. Watch as the mist goes into the box and wait until the mist is contained inside, then close the lid. Notice the box as a key and a lock. Lock the box for now, and know that any time you want to face your fears, you can let the mist out. But for now, your brain and body are happy to experience a peaceful reprieve. This can be especially useful when you want to calm a racing mind, like when you're ready to sleep. Enjoy the sense of calm. Enjoy the sense of comfort that's with you now as you free yourself from your fears. It is good to know that they're being safely stored away in the box. On the count of 3, breathe in peace and tranquility. 1, 2, 3. On the count of 5, breathe out any stress that may be remaining in your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. As you enjoy feeling this lovely sense of peacefulness, remember that a fear of fear is often the thing that keeps us from being our best, bold self. The more you practice feeling afraid and doing things anyway, the less power fear has. Being bold is like a muscle that gets stronger with use. Imagine yourself using that muscle every day. Take little risks, and as the muscle gets bigger and more powerful, take more risks and take note of the successes you encounter. Lean into the identity of a person who is brave and bold. This identity is true even if you feel afraid sometimes, and even if you fail sometimes. These are all normal. In fact, every time you feel afraid and every time you fail, your risk-taking muscles get a little bit bigger and better, and able to handle challenging situations in the future. Only you know which areas of your life are calling for courage now. But anytime you want a boost of bravery, you can imagine this session and remember how it made you feel. You can also reach out to me. Put your head in my lap. Let me stroke your hair and tell you what a good, brave man you are. In a moment, I'm going to count the numbers from 1 to 5. And you will feel however you wish to feel right now. You will feel either refreshed and energized and ready to finish your day, or sleepy and cozy, ready to enjoy a good night's sleep. Either way, you will be hopeful and ready to tackle new areas of your life with increased boldness, bravery, and confidence. Every number that I count up will cause your courage to go up. And every time you remember this hypnosis session, it will be like getting an infusion of bravery. Enjoy this strong version of yourself who dares to do powerful things. I'm going to begin counting up now, so be ready to bring these wonderful feelings back with you and start making these bold changes to your life. 1, 2, 3. You're coming slowly back. 4. Your eyelids are starting to flicker. If you're listening to me at a time when you need to be wide awake and alert and refreshed. And 5. Your eyes are wide open and your mind and body completely alert and refreshed and ready to return to the normal conscious awareness with certainty that you now have what is needed to be bold in the areas of your life where you want to be bold.